Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is going to be a video on Epic Challenge Mode Forest Gemini. We finally got the boss down. Unfortunately, we were not able to get it down before the leaderboards closed, so that's unfortunate, but at least we managed to take it down. It was this is easily the most fun I've had in a fight. Not even close, at least on Tarisland. Let's see what we're working with here. Opening up stats. 57% crit, 7.5% omni, 19% cooldown. So this is what we call the 5-1-2 build. I have, let's see, where's the resonance here? 100.3%. Very important to reach 100% because you guys want to get that burst window very strong. Everything is furious attack across the board. This character is very strong. It does a lot of damage. So yeah, let's look at the talents. Everything here is the same as you always see me run. No changes. I am 100% gonna stick with this setup. The only thing that may change is that depending on the fight, I will do something like this, which is put 1 point on evade. If I really need 3 points on Best Apprentice to synchronize my cooldowns, I will do that. If not, then I'm always gonna run it like this. If there are fights where I can get away with 1 point here, I guess I might as well throw the point here on assault just to get a little bit of a better movement on the roulette. But it's really not necessary. Man, I really did this. All right, I guess we'll do this. Do this. It's unfortunate. It's gonna consume a little bit of time, but it is fine. All this is necessary. All right. So those are the talents. As you can see, 5, 1, and 2 on the build. And then Inscribed Stone, the literal same Inscribed Stone as always. Crush boosting these 2 nodes. Intertwined Fates. Make sure you guys are 3 of 3 in every resonance node, and make sure you guys are boosting these resonance nodes. And this actually is something that I recommend for every DPS in the game. If you guys are not running 735 resonance, please start doing so. Because, I mean, I guess it depends on whether you are in a raid group or not, a consistent raid group like the same 10 players. Because if you're getting, if you get all of your Inscribed Stones off at the same time, it is so much damage. I think it is really necessary. But anyways, Overload, High Energy Potion, and Warlike Surge. This is what I call the 5th emblem slot. I run Warlike Surge because I absolutely love the high roll nature of Warlike Surge. I don't ever see myself playing Lewin's Wish. It costs too much gold to run that. And the damage it provides, I believe it is nowhere near worth the gold that you consume. The consumables, all of the potions, everything, it's not worth like the damage that it brings to the table. And you also need to roll a really good Lewins. But I played with people that have it, and I don't see what the big deal is for the amount of gold it costs. Now, if it was an emblem that did not cost gold, I would run it. But I cannot run that emblem right now. I mean, I am at 22k gold, and it is going down fast during these progressions. So Warlike Surge, because I like to high roll. It's easy on the gold. And you can also do Shatter here. Shatter is more consistent. Shatter is that emblem that it's not gonna wow you. It's not a flashy emblem, but it gets the job done. It's very consistent. And then I guess this would be maybe Strive, maybe Burst, possibly Sprawl if they have really good rolls on your attributes, but not really recommended. And then Out of Control, like, no, we're not doing that here. Out of Control is worthless. So yeah, that's the Inscribed Stone. Let's get into the video, huh? So, first off, so as you can see, this is kind of what I normally, well, actually, it depends. I'm normally at either 11 or 12, sometimes 13 by the end of the pools. by this moment, we were getting pretty late into the fight, so it was just a matter of when it was going to die. But unfortunately, on this pull, I have the literal worst pull of all time in terms of my cooldowns, as you're going to see. But enough about that. New mechanics in this fight. There's a taunt swap, obviously. Everybody has seen that on Epic. But on Challenge mode, as you guys know, we have the seeds. And there's going to be another extra mechanic. I will tell you guys what it is when we get there. So for the seed strategy, what we did here is the first seed was going to be handled by melees. So double paladin and myself. And then the second seed was going to be handled by the ranged players, double hunter and bard. And then the healers, if they see a seed they can pick up, they will pick it up and help us out if we need any relay on the seeds, right? We are not forcing tanks to grab seeds because tanks, one of them always gets a rough pattern on the animal dodging. And at least the tanks can body, they can soak one of the animal charges and they're not going to die. But if they have the seed and they get hit, raid wipes. Let's play the video. So the opener, we go for a frenzy throw always. And then you want to rotate Assault and Swift Strike until you get a Weakness Insight proc. Once you get that Weakness Insight proc, you press Thirst Battle and you send a 100% guaranteed crit Furious attack. That is our opener. You are going to delay this opener until you get a Weakness Insight buff or when Frenzy Throw is about to run out. So you're on a timer to get this Weakness Insight, right? This is why I also value a lot Frenzy Throw plus talent. It gives you 8 seconds on Frenzy Throw, so you have that much more time to get the Weakness Insight proc. So we go for a Frenzy Throw on the opener, and then we go Swift Strike, Assault, Swift Strike, Assault, Assault, and then we don't get the Weakness Insight ever, and Frenzy Throw is about to run out. So I decided, you know what? I need to send this Furious attack before Frenzy Throw ends. So I send it, and now we are, as I told you guys in the video, we are planting here for a couple of seconds to get some crush value. We are not moving. Let's try to get a crush value. No crit. That's fine. So now look at this seed. The seed spawned on our healer. Our healer is going to pick it up and bring it over to the melees. And then we are going to rotate the seed between melees. So right now, as you can see, we're not even on the meters. That's how bad this opener has been for us. But we can do stuff like this to help out on the fight. See this right here? The seed was dropped on melee. And I'm paying attention to where it is because I know that the frontal can happen at any moment. I pick up the seed. We would have wiped there if I don't do that play. I'm going to stay with the seed for a while. Get to around 8 or 9, maybe 10 stacks and drop it. Once you drop it, pay attention to the seed because if nobody's going to pick it up, you have to pick it up at least to reset the timer and then put it back down. Oh my god, 104k Furious attack. That was a good crit right there. At least we got something. Now we go for the swoop. We're going to soak this swoop. And we're going to pay attention to the seed. Pay attention to the seed. Look at the timer. Nobody's picking it up. I'm going to pick it up. And then I'm going to reset the timer on it for animals. Now, I picked it up again because I felt that nobody was going to pick it up anyways. There was a player there, so I probably should have left it there. And now, because I did that, I find myself in one of the worst, maybe the worst situation you can find yourself in. Animals are coming, and I was at what? When does the dodging begin? So I'm at 13 stacks and animals are coming out. This is not ideal. You would prefer for someone with fresh stacks to do animals. But now I need to dodge these animals because if the seed gets hit, we are going to wipe. But this is a new thing on Epic. This right here, this floor right here, once that animal is done passing by, this is going to be like a progress bar. Once these two lines reach these edges, this area is going to blow up, which means if you're standing here with the seed, you will die. So the way you dodge this is you wait for the first animal to pass by, and as you see, like I'm going to dodge the first one. Let's see where I'm standing here, right? This is what I call the easy pattern. There is a pattern that is hard. This is the easy one. So yeah, we're going to wait for the first animal to fly by. And then we're going to swap over to this side. Wait for this other animal to pass by. And now we're going to swap to this side. And when this area blows up, it means it's safe. We cross. Mechanic is done. I drop the seed and I'm bursting the boss. But the boss decides I'm going to cast wind. You have to hide behind the rock. So our burst window gets griefed. So we had the worst opener of all time. And our first burst window gets griefed by the boss. Now, since we faced Ivar, we are going to get on John. Oh, that was so good. Okay, this is something that I want you guys to start doing as well. This right here is when you ascend to the next level of Duel, right? We are getting off of Ivar because we have faced Ivar. Now I'm running to John. So the ultimate 5-head play here would be to cast one more assault on Ivar. But because we were swapping, I guess I just wanted to swap as fast as I could. But while I'm making my way over to John, a lot of people here, most players, 99% of Duel players, will cast Assault here to get to the weakness spot and then cast Furious Attack, right? Stop doing that. When you get this amount of crush stacks, you get to the boss and you are going to cast Furious Attack. On a non-weakness spot? Yes, on a non-weakness spot. Why? Even if it's in a non-weakness spot, that's a 29k hit. And we've got Sustained Seal talent online. Why are you going to crit Assault? No. You're not going to crit Assault. You're going to press Furious Attack and you're going to have... Because the chances of this Furious Attack critting is insanely high, right? So yeah, just to get the Sustained Seal talent online, that right there is worth, I mean, a 30k Furious Attack. Of course, you're going to take that. But now let's get back to the fight. Now we're going to get on John and we're going to try to bring John to 35% while we protect the seeds. And then once we get them to 35%, we focus both bosses down at the same time. So this player dropped the seed. I'm paying attention to the seed. Now I decide to pick it up. Again, do not go higher than 10 stacks if you can avoid it. So right now we're just damaging the boss. And I dropped the seed, but I'm paying attention. Notice how every time I drop the seed, I don't just drop it and ignore it. I drop the seed here, but I'm paying attention in case I need to pick it up. Somebody picked it up. Now I can go back to damaging the boss. And now, here's what I told you guys. Make sure that once we are in less than 30 seconds from our cooldown window, see how I'm not casting anything? I'm getting crush value because I want this Furious Attack to crit. I need Sustained Seal online for my next burst window, especially in a pull that's going as bad as this. So now we're going to pick up the seed, and soon we are ready to pop cooldowns. But once we are ready to pop cooldowns, I get hit with this mechanic. So now, instead of popping cooldowns, I have to do this mechanic. And then I decide I'm going to drop the seed and pop cooldowns. But this is where you have to pay attention. This is where paying attention comes in handy. Do not just drop the seed and forget about it. What I'm going to do here is drop the seed and make sure that it's safe. If it's not safe, I pick it back up again, reposition it, drop it, and now I'm going for my cooldowns. But here we go. 96k, even with weakness insight. Really? 96k even with weakness insight. Is that true? Dude, what? This is so bad. 96k is too low. 48k is terrible. 89k, I mean, not even one good burst window yet. So this is the all-time worst pull. But we're going to keep it going. There's a good crit on Furious Attack. We're watching the seed. Maybe I need to pick it up. I picked it up, and now I guess we have to do animals again. But this time it is way better for us because we're dodging with fresh stacks. So we're not in danger of dying. Once the mechanic is over, I'm at 12 stacks. I'm going to drop the seed. And then I decided to pick it up and drop it again because I thought that tornado had a chance of being kited over here. So I was just being extra careful. Good job by that player there, the paladin, on picking up the seed. 91k Furious Attack just like that. At least we got some crits in. during our downtime. So now we both bosses are faced. We want to kill both bosses at the same time. And again, see how I'm milking crush value? Dude, this is so good. I mean, I lost to RNG gods this pull, but I feel like I played correctly. Like I'm getting my weakness inside buffs. I'm playing around them before the burst windows, and I am playing around crush so that I can get sustained seal before every burst. So right here, we're gonna arrive at the weakness spot, right? And I'm gonna stay here and try to get as much crush value as I can. See that right there? Boom. Okay, sustained seal is online. I am ready to burst the boss. Okay, but watch what's gonna happen here. We're gonna get griefed again. Now I'm ready to send cooldowns, but double animals is happening. But you better believe I'm about to send cooldowns even with double animals up. Oh yeah, we're gonna get this execution value right here. Double animals while we dodge. Let's just burst the boss while we dodge. We're gaming, and then our healers put up damage reduction so we can tank one of the animals. And then make sure that we swap onto Ivar. This is really good because John, once we're done bursting him, John is at 5%, and I tap over to Ivar, and I saw Ivar at 11%, and I started yelling on comms, everybody get to Ivar. Leave John alone. And so, very good job by the team. See how everybody jumps on Ivar? Really good job. Now we're going to try to finish Ivar off. Our original plan here is to sack that person. But we had 2 people down, and a healer was getting targeted. So I decided, let's soak. Let's soak this one. So everybody gets in and soaks. We survive barely. And then I'm going to keep the pull alive one more time by picking up that seed. As you can see, that seed, nobody was close to it. I decided, you know what? Let's sacrifice a little bit of DPS and finish this pull off. We make the call to go for Ivar first. And then we are doing John. We got very lucky here because this was not a clean exchange. This was not a clean boss exchange between the tanks. We got very lucky. You're going to see that momentarily. John gets buffed by being close. See that? This is the buff. He is buffed. You can see it over here. But this is very good by Meat to stutter step and move the boss a little bit. The buff breaks, and now we can finish off John. So this is very good job by Meat right there. Very good job. The taunt exchange was not super clean, but he did the necessary movement so that we could finish off the boss. So very important. Like, even if I guess the important thing here to learn is, even if you are having one of the worst pull of all time as far as RNG goes, number one, the spec still does a lot of damage. This character is just broken, right? Like, there's no way that you have one of the worst pulls of all time, RNG-wise, and you're still doing 10k. This should not be real. But I guess that's what Shadow Swordsman does. So, normally I would be at around maybe 13k here, depending on the pull, 14k, and maybe on the lower end of RNG, 12k. But because this is the worst of all time and all of our burst windows happen to be in the middle of mechanics, then it is what it is. But this is still really good damage. This is going to get the clear 100%. And now, what was I gonna say? Oh, just do mechanics. Don't get discouraged if you don't get crits. Just do the mechanics. You can carry the fight in many ways. So right here, we do the last game-winning play because nobody was paying attention to that seed. There's a lot of stuff going on. Everybody's hyped up because we are very close to killing the boss. Stay in the moment, pick up that seed. And I was not about to let go of this seed. I was going to stay with this seed and not risk any mechanic hitting it. I was going to die with this seed. I was ready and willing to die for this pull. And there it is. So, yeah. Really good, really good, really good. Finally downing Gemini on challenge mode, the title relay champion. Very good damage considering the RNG on the pull. And this is a 20-minute video. Let's go. Another on the shorter side of things, especially considering this is a very complex fight. It is the most fun fight I have had, but it is also the most difficult fight that I have had. So yeah, I'm gonna cut the video off here at 20 minutes. I will probably see you guys either on Archdruid challenge mode or on Spider challenge mode. That will probably be the next video if we happen to clear it, obviously. The plan is to clear it. And yeah, thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for all of your feedback. I do read the comments. Keep sending me whatever questions you have. I will get back to you, I promise. DM me on Discord, YouTube, whatever. I will get back to you guys. I always do. It just takes some time because I'm raiding and I do have a job. But yeah, I will see you in the next video. GG's.